Greetings, adventurers. DM Kurt, and I am here to review Unfinished Business by Greg Kovacs. This adventure, for 3 to 5 characters of 5th level, starts you off with you're on the road, and a ghost shows up and asks you for help. My name is William Clune. I beg for your help. I was murdered by a group of orcs not far from here. As I lay dying, I tried to give my son the most valuable item I possess, a ring that allows you to speak with the dead. And if you can help me get that ring from my body, my corpse, to my son, then I can be reunited with my son. Sounds like a good idea, right? The body lies in the middle of the mountains, about an hour's walk from here. Please help, essentially. Okay, cool. You go through this adventure, and there will be a couple of wrinkles in the thing. You can't just go take the ring off the body, find the kid, and give it to him. No, there has to be an ambush. There has to be a situation where you have to go into an orc lair. You have to go into basically a dungeon, which is an old ancient temple, where you will end up fighting a zombie that's been kind of boosted. It has about 50 hit points, which is a little bit high for a zombie, but it's supposed to be kind of the focal point end fight. Okay, cool. Without giving too many spoilers, right? So, this adventure has several encounters. It has a little chart to throw a couple random encounters in case you need to stretch out for time, or you just roll them randomly and naturally. There's only one monster stat block in here, and that is for the final boss monster, which is a tweak on a zombie. Instead, you will find a certain number of monsters whose names are in boldface type, which indicates that you just look up the monsters of those names, such as 2 hellhounds. Well, there's no stats for hellhounds. Well, the assumption is you have a monster manual somewhere. Okay, it saves on time and space here. Okay, speaking of space, you end up with 16 pages total. You have 4 maps. Okay, I found these maps. There's some more. I found these maps to be totally complete for my business of running the adventure. They got the job done. Well, I did modify it. So, because I had 3 hours to run a one-shot, I ended up basically just having the players figure out to go there, right? Kind of skipping this room and skipping these couple of rooms. But if you were to run this adventure, in my estimation, you're going to be about 6, maybe 7 hours worth of game time. And I have a dog begging for attention here. That's why the camera's moving. So, I also changed a couple of things. There was a half ogre involved. I decided to swap him out for a Goliath because I really didn't want that. And there was a set of boots of speed. I removed those entirely. There was one problematic magic item, the Holy Avenger sword, which does not need attunement. Nope, scratch that out. You see, this was a one-shot where we make up these characters for another campaign. I run the one-shot, other dude runs the campaign. I don't want to give out too powerful of magic items. And the Holy Avengers, it should require attunement, and it should require something more than just, I took it off this one orc. Okay. I replaced it with a Warhammer +1, so it's everybody's getting just a handful of uncommon level items. And I just had Hydra written on the haft. So, what does this Warhammer do? Maybe nothing. That's up for the next DM to deal with. They can decide maybe it does nothing. Maybe it has some special power, and the name Hydra is like an indication. the other guy who's going to be the DM freaking loved it. He was like, yes, I can work with that. So, aside from modifying a couple of the magic items and swapping a half ogre for a Goliath, which honestly makes no difference, you end up with 4 maps. You have 7 pages worth of adventure, about 7 hours worth of fun for your group. And so when I do these reviews, I have to answer 2 questions. One, would I run this? Yes, I would. I actually did, so that's a yes. And is it worth the money to buy this item, to buy this product? Well, it was $1.43. Okay, I could take this doggo here. Say hi. I could take this dog for a long walk over there, and I could probably pick up $1.43 worth of beer cans because people are jerks who decide to litter. So, worth it? Yes, absolutely. I'm going to put the link down below for this product, this short little adventure, and you can decide for yourself. But my recommendation is a thumbs up. Anyway, DM Kurt, out.